it's obvious. We got a big divide right now. And that divide includes Hollywood, many members of the mainstream media, and the left against the right. So how is our next president going to overcome all this? Joining me right now, Neil Schroka from Democracy for America and the founder of Citizens for Self-Governance, Mark Meckler. Good to see both you guys. Mark, I want to go back to that Hamilton performance for a minute. The crowd's booing him. The actor, by the way, the one who played Aaron Burr, I'd note, the one that shot Hamilton, is the one that got up on stage, and he had this attitude saying, you're not going to protect us. It was a very negative. Instead of saying, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for this opportunity for us to share this wonderful story about such a great figure in history, Alexander Hamilton. And we are so hopeful for all that you could do. And we really anticipate and pray that you will, et cetera. And so it was, you will not protect us. It had a very negative tone. Clearly, the actors on stage really don't have a whole lot of use for this administration. I just ask, whatever happened, Mark, to a little bit of class?
Well, look, the basic tone of decorum and decency in this country has been denigrated by the left for so long. It goes way back. Look, Howard Dean, the president of Mr. Soroka's organization, leader of that organization, calling Donald Trump an actual Nazi. It goes all the way back to President Obama denigrating the Supreme Court during the State of the Union address. We've literally, on the left, lost all sense of decency and decorum in this country. And frankly, the country doesn't like it, and the left is paying the price. They're now in the political hinterlands at the federal and state level because of this kind of behavior.
I mean, look, I'll echo what our own Neil Cavuto was saying earlier. And I think, when you're going to start using a term like Nazi, that is a term that needs to be reserved for the people that actually were. And once you start throwing that out there willy-nilly like this, like Howard Dean did, you're getting into some territory that really we just shouldn't be getting into unless it was truly warranted. And Neil, I fear right now that the left has become so polarized with the right that somehow it's just open season in a way that loses completely our own sense of dignity in all of this.
Well, listen, I think that the political system lost a great deal of dignity and any sense of decorum when Republicans nominated someone who spent 18 months trying to go after whether or not President Obama was born in this country in the first place. I mean, the idea that you're going to cry crocodile tears right now while, the million, over 1.5 million more people voted.
Donald Trump has said some things that people don't like. I hear you. There's
horrendous, bigoted things.
Right now. I mean, you're trying to get the economy back on stable ground. You're trying to get people back to work. You're trying to heal a nation. Is it really appropriate to be running around trying to fight it so desperately to not even give someone who has been elected by the people of the United States of America a shot, Neil?
It's very hard to work with somebody who you can't even come to you and assure you that you're going to keep people safe.
He's not even trying.
Listen, he's putting forward nominees to positions that are going to make America less safe. Period. End of story. And it's very hard to get behind someone that's going to do that.
You would say that about anyone he puts forward. I mean,
I would say that one about anyone who's supporting torture, anyone who wants to keep Guantanamo keep it open. I mean, these folks that Donald Trump is putting forward are just going to be bad and unsafe figures for America.
Well, you think about how unsafe America has been. You think about the fact, Mark, that, we're told that, our Homeland Security can't be looking at the social media profiles of someone who's going to come here. So this guy from San Bernardino marries this woman who clearly already made it known out there in social media that she wanted to see death to Americans. And yet we bring her in here and we give her a green card. And we're told by the president and all his cronies that we should feel bad. We should feel bad for wanting to look at her background and wanting to look at her history. I mean, haven't we sort of come full circle, Mark, in this environment, in part because of what the left has done?
Well, we have come full circle. Yeah, we've come full circle. The American people have soundly rejected the policies that Neil is professing. They've soundly rejected the kind of rhetoric calling people Nazis. And by the way, as a Jew, I take personal offense at that. As somebody who did vote for Donald Trump, the man's no Nazi. It's an outrageous thing to call somebody a Nazi. Let's remember what the Nazis actually were. The American people rejected
they set up a
everything
registration
that Neil
program
is
for a religious minority. That's what they did. They set up a
He's
registration
not a Nazi,
program for
Neil.
religious minorities.
You need to.
Why are you getting
Neil,
behind a candidate that is doing something?
Neil,
I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to go on a limb here and say I absolutely positively agree with Mark. To throw that kind of terminology out there to talk about our president-elect is frankly just wrong. And a story, I'm going to leave it there. Mark, good to have you here. Neil, good to see you as well.
You have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to the country that the people of the United States of America are ready to hold the first Article 5 convention in the history of this country. I congratulate you, I salute you, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.